Throughout most of prehistory and history, and especially before the advent of written language, songs played a critical role in our cultural development. They carried our news and recorded our history. Even today, songs continue to hold a powerful place in our everyday lives. How can something so simple you can sing it in the shower fulfill so many important roles in our society? How do songs affect so many people in so many profound ways? To better understand this, we should touch base on the history of song and its changing role in society. Let's look into the different roles that songs have played throughout history and how those influences have changed the face of popular music. Folk songs. Before television, radio, or internet was even dreamed of, music was made by common people during both their work and leisure hours, as well as during religious activities. In leisure times, singing, playing instruments, and storytelling were common forms of entertainment. Most popular pieces were ballads. In other words, songs that tell a story. Most traditional songs speak of the time and the place familiar to the author. Even after hundreds of years, these songs still offer us a snapshot of the time they were created. Work songs. Back in the time where work was often manual and communal, singing by workers served many practical purposes. Not only did singing help relieve the boredom and monotony of repetitive tasks, but it lent rhythm and helped set the pace for many activities like planting, weeding, reaping, threshing, weaving, or milling. Sea shanties are another great example of work songs. Collar songs. Collar songs were a precursor to the modern-day commercial. On market days, people would gather to buy and sell their wares. As it is today, the product that catches your attention is the one you're more likely to acquire. Sellers would often make up little jingles they would sing to call in prospective customers. Broadsides. Before the 20th century, a typical working-class person was illiterate, or nearly illiterate. Songs were memorized, and although both melodies and lyrics could vary from one singer to the next, many standard popular themes emerged. Putting new stories to familiar melodies could make them easier to remember. As literacy became more commonplace, a balladeer could write current events into familiar melodies and sell it as a leaflet, called a broadside. These lyrics would typically reflect news items and other current events. That broadside tradition is the reason why today we find so many different folk songs share a common melody. The term music hall is used to describe a British style of entertainment popular throughout the late 1800s and into the 1900s. A variety show of sorts, much like North America's vaudeville shows of that same era, evolved from saloon and public house entertainment into a more lavish theatrical presentation. In music halls, a smoking and drinking crowd were treated to a fast-paced combination of music, comedy, and specialty acts. Singers of the time required more and more dynamic songs to keep in pace with the transition from one piece to the next. Professional songwriters emerged. Many modifications were made to traditional verse-chorus song structure. Music hall, like vaudeville, remained popular until the advent of radio, phonograph, and talking films caused a shift in popular entertainment values.